Hey guys, it's me Leo back again with another video. So in this video I just want to do something a bit... I cannot talk. Wow! I haven't scripted this video out, so I might kind of just go off in tangents, but we're going to try and keep it concise and informative.
Knowledge!
Keyboard video. This is a keyboard video. Basically background story. A few months ago I was gifted a mechanical keyboard, and that replaced my membrane keyboard. So I'll go over what the difference is. This video is just going to be me talking about my thoughts on using a mechanical keyboard over a membrane keyboard, and whether or not you should maybe change from a membrane to a mechanical if you use a desktop. So yeah, if you guys don't already know, my name's Leo. I am a third year medical student at University of Manchester, and I am very inconsistent at uploading YouTube videos, but nevertheless you should probably subscribe if you want to. So yeah, and give this video a like. So let's have a chat about mechanical keyboards. You're probably going to find a better explanation online somewhere else, but as far as I know, there are individual switches underneath each of the keys. So as opposed to this keyboard here, which is a cheap membrane keyboard, where there is just like a sheet of rubber with domes, and the keycaps are placed on top of the domes. You may think, why does this matter? It doesn't really matter. If you can type fine on a membrane, stick with it. But if you're looking for that next level typing experience, I'm going to let you guys know why you should upgrade to a mechanical. For all my life, I have used membrane keyboards because I have thought peripherals, as long as they do the job, they're okay. At university, I have to do quite a lot of typing, so I had no problem with my membrane keyboard. Let's have a little bit of a closer look at what I had. So this is it. It's literally a $10. So here is the mechanical keyboard that I upgraded to a few months ago. Okay, right, so this is the box here. So this is the Redragon K552. This is a mechanical. It has equivalent to Cherry MX Reds. I don't think they're official Cherry MX. And this is a beginner mechanical keyboard. It's not anything high end. I think it was about £50. And I know you can spend up to like £300 on a mechanical keyboard. It depends how much this keyboard means to you. I just gone from a £10 keyboard to a £50 keyboard. So this is just... So after using this this Redragon keyboard for about 3 months, I've had it for about 3 months, and I've been doing all my typing on it, and I actually think it is a very good upgrade. Very good. So I'm going to go into why I prefer this over this membrane one that I used to use. So the first reason I would go with a mechanical keyboard over a membrane keyboard is just the typing experience. This is so much more satisfying to type on than that. And I didn't think it would be. Like, I couldn't see anything wrong with the membrane one, and there isn't anything wrong with it, but typing on a mechanical is just, it's good. This particular keyboard has linear key switches, which means the amount of pressure that you have to put on each key stays the same from top to bottom. Whereas for those of you who've typed on a membrane dome keyboard know that it's kind of like, whoop, like going over like a bump, and then it gets easier.
$19 Fortnite card. Who wants it?
So the ones that are on here are equivalent to Cherry MX Reds. I don't think they're official though. But I mean, I've never tried real. They feel good enough to me. Also, for me personally, I have like the tiniest desk, but this is either a 75 or 85% size keyboard, which means it has all the keys along here, including like the arrow keys and a few extra keys at the top, and it's missing the number pad on the side, which is for me quite a good thing. So I've got a tiny little desk, and I need all the space I can get. So The second thing, which is probably quite a big thing to most people, is typing speed. This is going to vary from person to person because we all like different sorts of keyboards, but for me personally, I think I type quicker on this keyboard. So when I first changed, it took me about a month to get used to it, just because I wasn't used to the like feel of the keys. It does feel a little bit different, and the amount of pressure you've got to put on each of the keys. But after having it for a while and getting used to the keys, I'm quicker at typing, I think. I mean, I've done some speed tests. Next positive thing I have to say about this keyboard is the backlighting. You see, I went from one without backlighting to one with backlighting, and I didn't think I liked backlighting until I had backlighting. I thought this keyboard was RGB. Turns out it's not. Just each of the different rows is like a color. So you can see that's a green row right there. That can only display green, but it's kind of like a Christmas tree. You see what I mean? Yeah, very sexy. Other thing, the overall build quality of this keyboard is just way better. The outside part of this keyboard is plastic, but there's a plate of metal just below the keys, which makes it very sturdy, and it gives it a slightly more like metallic sound when you when you type, basically, because the keycaps are hitting the metal, which is quite cool. One thing to say, this keyboard is like twice as loud as that one.
Don't raise your voice in public.
I made a little sample typing sound test, or sound typing test. It is a very, very good beginner mechanical keyboard. Just to give two sides to the argument, I'm going to go over some negatives of this keyboard, because obviously it's not all good. So the first negative is, if you use a number pad, this keyboard is not for you because it doesn't have one. I don't use a number pad, but I know some people that do, because it does have some maybe useful keys. So next thing is the backlight. This is not an RGB keyboard technically, because the backlight colors can't change, but it does have a range of colors, as you can see, like green, orange, red. Yeah, you see. Another downside that I did mention was the sound. This is a lot louder to type with than that keyboard, and also aesthetic, like visuals wise, it's more. This looks more like a gaming keyboard.
Where's my Minecraft?
I know some people just want like a clean minimalist kind of keyboard. This isn't really that. This one, another downside that I just forgot to mention was that it's wired. No wireless connectivity, but I know there are other mechanical keyboards under £100 that do have that feature. So I can imagine that being more useful if you're maybe using a laptop or you're traveling with it. This just stays on my desk. Could not care less if it has a wire coming out the back, but that's just me. So that's my setup. So we're going to go to the backlight. A little bit more detail on the backlight. So the way you change the backlight on this keyboard, for those of you who don't know, is on the keyboard using shortcuts. I know some RGB keyboards you can use software to like change it on the actual in Windows or Mac OS. So I'm just going to show you how you do it. So we're going to change over to the GoPro. There we are. Hello, it's the GoPro. This is mad. You can kind of see how bad my bed is. It's a mess. Yeah. Okay, right, so you can see I've got my mic just here. So I'm just going to show you how you change the RGB on this keyboard, just because it's kind of interesting. So the way to change the RGB on this keyboard is to press FN and or I think that means insert. And then, as you can see, look, it just changes through. Press S. So yeah, you just push that. So yeah, that's how you change the colors on the keyboard. Useful tutorial. So let's go. Alright guys, I'm back on this camera. Okay, so yeah. It's been a bit of a random video to be honest, but I'm trying to improve my editing. So yeah. Yeah, so I think that's probably it. I would definitely, if you have the budget to go for a mechanical keyboard, go for it. You don't need to spend loads on it. You can pick one up for like 40, 50 pounds, and it's something I use every single day, so it's good. I like it, would recommend. So guys, if you've got any other questions or ideas for this video, just pop them in the comment section below. And yeah, any questions about the keyboard, and yeah, or any medical school questions, be sure to tell me and I will get back to you. So yeah, I think that's everything. See you guys in my next video.